Hello everyone and welcome to the Anti-Hero series where you can learn all about hero conjuring. The goal of these videos is to provide decent conjuring options and thereby improving your chances of winning. Welcome back! So in this episode we'll be looking at AAMON and at what heroes can counter it. Before we get started, take a quick second to drop a like and to subscribe to the channel. It's a simple way to contribute to the channel growth and encourage more videos like this one in the future. For extra information about this guide, make sure to check out the video description down below. Having that said, let's begin.
Passive, invisible armor. Each time he hits an enemy with his skills, AAMON enters the camouflage state and becomes hidden from enemies. He cannot be targeted, will restore HP, and also has his movement speed increased. When camouflage ends, AAMON immediately gets a buff on his basic attacks. If he ends camouflage himself, he will also get an extra buff on his next basic attack. First skill, Soul Shards.
I'm born to bear the weight.
This skill has both passive and active effects. For passive effects, AAMON changes his armor each time he casts a skill or hits an enemy with a skill or enhanced basic attack. After charging up, AAMON throws shards at the target on his next attack. The shards will fall on the ground and scatter around the target. If AAMON is camouflaged, he will also have his armor slowly charged up. For active effects, AAMON throws a shard at a nearby enemy, dealing damage and resetting the cooldown of its basic attack. The shard will then return to AAMON. Second skill, Slayer Shards. AAMON throws a shard forward, dealing damage to the first non-minion enemy hit by it and slowing them down. The shard will then immediately return to AAMON. If the shard fails to hit an enemy, it will return to AAMON after a short while. Ultimate. Endless Shards. AAMON throws all shards at his target. After a short while, the shards fly to the enemy's location again and deal magic damage. The number of hits increases with AAMON's armor charges and the shards on the ground. The damage dealt by the shards escalates with the target's lost HP. The same target will gradually take less damage from continuous hits. A team fight is broken out in mid lane. The enemy Farza and Hanabi are pretty well equipped, and our heroes are overpowered in the fight. At this point, AAMON casts his second skill and closes up in camouflage. He quickly follows up with an enhanced basic attack, casts his first skill, and deals another enhanced basic attack. The combo easily shuts down the enemy Farza, whose skills are still in cooldown. Now, the enemy hero Hanabi gets a chance and attacks. AAMON decides to cast his second skill again and leave the battle to recover. The enemy team, however, is already messed up. Despite Hanabi's powerful output, she is eventually defeated by AAMON and his teammates. The enemy team's core heroes are both down, leaving Fusion struggling to survive. Of course, he is soon taken down by AAMON's ultimate.
The first great counter for AAMON would be none other than Cho. Cho being Cho can be a very big nuisance to AAMON because he has a lot of mobility and he can easily stick to AAMON, so he can prevent him from entering his invisible state. Next to that, if you're quick enough to position yourself right, Cho's ultimate will completely disable AAMON and make him very vulnerable to your and your teammates' follow-up. As a second option, let's check out the lightning cannon, Eudora. Now, you might think, why would I actually suggest picking Eudora when AAMON can easily kill her? And you would be correct to think so. However, in order for him to be a threat to Eudora, he first has to come close to her. And in that small window, Eudora can literally blast AAMON into oblivion. A little disclaimer, I only advise picking her only in the higher ranks, as in the lower matchmaking tiers your allies might be clueless about AAMON's strengths and weaknesses. And as today's third option, I'll leave you off with a nice tank pick, being Glue. What makes him especially useful is his ability to immobilize enemies and to control them with his first and the second skills. Next to that, Glue's ultimate can be a great way to prevent AAMON from disappearing and to also drag him into some nasty places, like between your allies, for example. Having checked out the counter heroes, let's also take a look at some possible item options. Your main defensive item would be Radiant Armor, because AAMON's daggers will trigger multiple charges on it. So in other words, his ultimate will become quite useless. Another nice item would be Winter Truncheon. I recommend this one if you have quick hands and are agile enough to proc it in time. It can also buy you some extra time when in the heat of the moment, and it will also redirect the enemy skills away from you in the beginning of a team fight. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have any questions or suggestions on other counter heroes, make sure to share them with the community in the comment section down below. Also, for all the game enthusiasts, I'd like to mention that you can now join the official Discord channel, where you can share your experiences and possibly make some new friends. So if you're interested, you can find the Discord link in the description. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.